You cannot go around me or through me to get to my father law, for he and I are one the same. Now you see what must be done before you can be a universal architect.
Gonna feel the positive vibe, oh we gon' bust quick. How do you filthy as lies? Young black people need to learn who you are and understand why you're light skin, brown and dark, and always know where the sun get the heat to stay hot. Stand firm in your square and you never will stop. Rock out with your cock out and never drop out. You be the masters of subconscious ultra builder, no doubt. You build a planet real fast, ultra smooth with no sound. You build a planet real fast, ultra smooth with no sound.
Sun's in sight, katana swore me my call. I fast and meditate upon that ass like we're hard. Assimilate your fate along the brigade.
You cannot go around me or through me to get to my father law, for he and I are one the same. Now you see what must be done before you can be a universal architect.
Universal justice. Balance scale, divine righteous judgment. Now be the black man time. Fuck if you trust this, you gonna feel the positive vibe. Oh, we gon' bust quick. How do you filthy as lies? Young black people need to learn who you are and understand why you're light skin, brown and dark, and always know where the sun get the heat to stay hot. Stand firm in your square and you never will stop. Rock out with your cock out and never drop out. You be the masters of subconscious ultra builder, no doubt. You build a planet real fast, ultra smooth with no sound. You build a planet real fast, ultra smooth with no sound.
Sun's in sight, katana swore me my call. I fast and meditate upon that ass like we're hard. Assimilate your fate along the brigade.
You cannot go around me or through me to get to my father law, for he and I are one the same. Now you see what
No, it's coming through. Yo, peace. Say we wasn't getting no audio.
That whole time?
That whole time. Yeah, you ain't lying. Yo, peace, everybody. So, yo, man, pardon us, man. I think we wasn't getting no audio. However, we still here, man. Listen, so just really quick, man, for anybody, if this your first time joining in with us, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in with us for another episode of the God and Earth Hour podcast. I'm your brother, man, Minister Freedom Allah, man. Peace to everybody that's out there, man. We in for a momentous and powerful episode tonight. We talking about why knowledge of self is the end of all religion, man. And I got a whole host of guys here in the studio with us. I think we got all our sound connection right. I was sitting here building, ain't know our sound wasn't coming out, but it's all good. What we want to do, man, till tonight's episode, we want to dedicate this episode and this build tonight, man, to the great Allah B. We're going to start this episode off to the God, man. The God was one of those great individuals, man, that had a supreme impact and, a real statement. He was a real pillar and pioneer and a real great God in this nation, man. A real great individual that I know I personally looked up to and spent time with. And want to add, and we just want to start this episode, man, showing some love to the great Allah B, man. So, without further ado, man, like I said, we want to dedicate tonight's episode to Allah B. Do you think we should do introductions first and then go to it, or just go to that first?
Peace. Well, let's do the introduction.
Okay,
let's do the introduction real quick.
First, I want to introduce everybody, and let's get all the guys up to the stage, man, and then we got something special for y'all. Cause like I said, we dedicating this episode to Allah B. So me, man, my name is Minister Freedom Allah, man. If this ain't your first time tuning in, y'all know how we do. I got my man IC.
Peace,
IC Allah in the building with me, man. Peace to the gods. I got the God here with me. There we go. Peace, God.
Peace, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say welcome back. You know what I'm saying, everybody. Get ready for the show. But first and foremost, we want to get to this, this tribute. Peace to the God, Allah B.
Peace, God. And then I got my special guest. We got the God Justice Rajee tuning in with us. God, you want to introduce yourself, man, to the viewing audience real quick, man?
Indeed. Peace. Justice Rajee Allah.
Peace, God.
Here in the Pacific Northwest. Peace.
Peace, God. Word, man. And we're gonna get a little more in depth, man, once we get all rolling and get everything in here, man. But like I said tonight, man, we want to dedicate this episode. We want to dedicate tonight's show, man, tonight's build. We want to start this build off showing some love to our great brother Allah B, man. Like I said, who's a real pioneer in this nation, man. So let me get this up really quick, man, so we can show our big brother some love. And y'all, like I said, man, we the guy was one of those guys and one of those great individuals that you wasn't walking past a law school and not greeting with the God, man. And if you had an opportunity to build with him, you definitely made sure you did. He was one of those individuals, man, always blessed me with some literature. I know I got a bunch of books and little pamphlets that Allah B gave me, man. So like we said, man, this is one of my favorite videos of the God that's out there. I think the God really drops some heavy little jewels, and I'll post a link to this video. But like we said, we just want to start the build off with Allah B, man. Check this one out. Peace.
Go here, chump, because he ain't like the father. Because Allah the father wasn't no chump. What chump you know gonna stand in front of a nigga with a shotgun of 45? Then you know he a chump, because he ain't like the father. Because Allah the father wasn't no chump. What chump you know gonna stand in front of a nigga with a shotgun of 45 and a 30-06 looking to murder him? What chump you know gonna tell these niggas with that equipment, come on, lollipop. You know what a lollipop is? A sucker. Law wasn't no sucker. The sucker stood in opposition of Allah. In 3 short months after he started building. That go to show you how strong Allah was in his build with the babies. Less than 90 days, they came to take him out. Left him for dead. Couldn't take him out. In this same month, divine equality seed. And he showed it what? Proved. And the babies stood with him. They didn't have no fear. We didn't have no fear. We didn't run and hide like cowards. We ran to Allah. Hey, how can we help see them dudes that did that to the one that came to teach us civilization? Because nobody else gave a damn about it. But Allah did. And we was killers. We was thugs. We was out our goddamn mind. And we came, and he survived, showed, improved, and taught us civilization. He was so civilized and masterful and showed that mercy, that the dudes that tried to take him out of here, he didn't want us to do nothing to them. Did he, Jakeem? Told us to leave him alone. He showed me Carlos, a cold-blooded killer, that the father said that if he had 100 like Carlos, he'd take it over overnight. Didn't he say that? He 100, Carlos was on his job. They came and killed God. But we the ones that he had. And when we went to get Carlos, he said, no, leave him alone. He was merciful. But Carlos had to get it another way. Not from us. We had a mission, and that was to teach civilization. We had to be the power on the pole part of the planet Earth. Power, not pussy power, God power. Over the sun, moon, and stars. To build the who? The builders. And destroy the who? The deceivers. So when they come deceiving, it's your duty to destroy that shit. And if you're wise and intelligent, like we supposed to be, we have a foreknowledge. We got supreme mathematics that we can detect things before it even occurs and predict the same and exact to happen even before it happened. And if we see something negative coming down the line, we got the capabilities of countering that. So why we letting all this bullshit go on then? If we got the ability to counter the negative coming our way. Because we ain't got that unity that is needed. We had unity.
Peace, God. Peace to the gods, man.
Peace to the God.
I just wanted to roll a couple minutes, man, of that cold clip, man. The God really gave up a lot, man, in that little build, man. And like I said, I'm gonna post the whole link on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, in the description, or on the Facebook channel description if you want to finish watching that whole video, man. It was about 12 minutes long, but the God really gave it up, man. Law B was one of those individuals that when you met him, you knew that he had it. Like it wasn't no. You know that, yo, he just had such an aura about him. You know what I mean? I know you walk with the God too, and if you want to add on anything just about Allah being in your experiences, God, I'd love to hear that, man.
You know, one of the fondest memories I have, you know, when I had, I think when I first got knowledge of self, which is a born bill. I think that was the, you correct me if I'm wrong, Bahu, but that was the year that he came home, right? Or the year after that?
I think he came home born. I'm not sure.
Somewhere around August or September, like that. However, one of the things that I remember about the guy when I did meet him, I had asked him, and this was, you know, after I had met him several times, I had walked with him several times. However, I asked him about the incident of when he was banished from the place that he had secured for the gods, because the father said that he would be home at the first of the year, and the gods were looking for him to come home January 1st, and the God drew it up that he would be home around March 21st, and that was the first of the year, and the gods had ran him off, you know, and then the father didn't come home January 1st. He came home more around that time, and you know, he had wanted to, you know, get with the God of Law B before he had got the gods, you know, together, and they had to go on, you know, look for him, whatever. However, I had asked him, what science was you using to come up with that, you know, and the God had blessed me with a plus lesson. You remember that?
Astrophysics.
Right. You know what I'm saying? God blessed me with a plus lesson about that. You know what I'm saying? That whole experiment or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the science that they used to come up with that. You know, and that's one of the finest things that I got. You know what I'm saying? The understanding, you know, of that history. You know.
Peace, God. Thank you, man. So, you know, God, Did you have anything you want to add to that? I know we got you here on the panel, man, and I do want to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself, or add on. However, I don't want to exclude you from what we was adding on to if it was something that you maybe want to throw in on that.
Well, what I'll share in this space, because some things are to be reserved. But I'll say this, that in the times when we would come up, and I actually got I think if my memory is correct, it was the first show and prove after Lobby came home, and he led a bunch of us up to the park, to the bell tower, and I have a picture from that day. And just a real brief memory I'll share with the God that I found was informative, at least what I got from him around our job, and that is to actually do the work of our nation, right? To teach, to be brothers to each other. You know what I mean? And the conversation that I shared that we had was very brief, but it was essentially that, to look at our elders who have been here and had done this leg work as our big brothers, right? Who had done some time. They've been here. They was here when this started, and they made sure there was a place for us to learn when our time came, when we had our opportunity. We had an obligation to go out and continue that work, right? And make sure that we were steadfast, strong, healthy, had the capacity to do the work. Word. And and I'll always remember that.
Peace, God. Peace, God. Thank you for sharing that, man. And God, I think it's important, man, to be able to add those things on, man, because that's how we keep it going. You know what I mean? It's like when us together, all with what we had and what we got from these individuals at this moment, you can then see them through what we seen. You know what I mean? And I think that's a beautiful thing, man, and a part of the job, man. So without further ado, man, we want to get into tonight's topic, man, and get into tonight's build. We just had to lay the foundation, man, and show some love to our great brother, man, and give him some more flowers, man, on top of what we already gonna do, man. Tonight, man, we just want to talk about why knowledge itself is the end of all religion. This is something it's a concept you may have heard amongst us, that we got to kill all religion. We don't deal with religion at all. The 5%, our nation, our culture, this is not a religion. We are a culture. This is a way of life. So what we want to deal with is how does religion end when you gain knowledge of self? So we're going to get into that. However, God, I want to give you an opportunity to, if you want to introduce yourself or maybe tell anybody how you got knowledge. And what I always like to ask people too, God, is what made you want to get knowledge and really come into this culture? And the reason that I say that is because, our platform, man, primarily the people who we talk to and build with are the people who don't have the knowledge. So I think it always insightful to see why it is and what made you gain the knowledge. What was it that you seen that made you want to step into a culture or a knowledge that about self-development, about change? What was it that made you want to step into that, God, if you don't mind? And or just, just yourself or just introduction in general.
Peace. So Justice Rajee Allah, and what I'll share is, I always say people, in a somewhat joking manner, but the initial break that I had from having serious questions about the structure of religion as it was presented to me was actually playing Jesus in a elementary school play and reading, and at the same time, right, when my physical father returned, and questioning sort of the children, that golden children's book Bible, and they had all the white cats with the glasses and the colorful robes, if you've ever had that particular volume. And I said, this don't really make sense. But at that point, I did not have any knowledge of this culture in order to say that that's why I came here. Like many, I was exposed via the music, was curious, had questions, and the place that got me to be able to make the next step was that myself and I Majestic, Allah, my man, we were in school together, and on the long arc of studying and being curious, quite frankly, like what really was being a 5%er about. I had access to a lot of dubious resources, and me and him getting to develop a friendship, develop a bond, ask questions that got me to a place of this looks like the path for me, right? It was about study, it was about a practice, and the event or the incident I like to share that happened is actually after spending the summer, basically where I told him I'm gonna figure this thing out on my own, and then we got back to Pittsburgh and we're moving into sharing a residence, and I came back to the residence after a day of class, and he was giving mathematics to somebody else or going through mathematics, somebody else on the phone. And I just walked by him and said, yeah, I need that. And I'm going to wait upstairs till you get done. And I went upstairs and got my notebook out, and I waited till he got off the phone because I was like, we need to get this thing cracking. And that was, the spot or the time where I decided that this was the way that I needed to figure out or bring some order, to a world that I had serious questions about. As many things we find is maybe through dissatisfaction, but through practice and process, we understand that dissatisfaction alone is not what one should base their life on, right? You got to actually find the substance, the firmament, and the quality of what's being taught, what's being shared with you. And as we started going through that process, I never looked back.
Peace, God. I like that. Peace to the God.
Peace to the God.
I see. You was about to say something?
No, I was saying peace to the God.
No, I like the way it went and I think a lot of ways there's a lot of people who may get knowledge and may lose it in that sense because, like you said, they getting it out of a sense of like, yo, I this is something that I need to do, not knowing, like a sense of belonging or wanting to be a part of something, versus actually having a real substance and a real reason and a real understanding that's in terms of why you gaining knowledge, and for me, I think let's just go right into our subject in terms of when you begin to gain knowledge. Even that's one of the big points that I always took in coming into the knowledge. The difference between knowledge and belief. That the belief is the religion. The belief is the idea and the worship and the faith in something unseen. But coming into knowledge, coming into questioning and showing and proving and asking the what and the whys and the where and the how, then we began to know for sure. And it's no room for belief. There's no room for belief. So I think, and even in me coming into knowledge, it wasn't until I started to ask those real in-depth questions. In fact, it was the in-depth question that pushed me away from the Bible. Because I'm even in asking the in-depth questions to the people of the religion, they didn't have answers for me. So I got anything you want to add, I see, just in terms of the topic and how you see that, why why knowledge itself is the end of religion, would you say?
Well, I'll say, if I was to say it in terms of like a maxim, I would say that, when the man seeks for himself, he'll find God. And if you're looking for God, you'll find it within yourself. So once you get knowledge yourself, that's going to destroy any idea of religion, because religion is going to always take you to a God that's outside of yourself. And then, when you're striving to live when you living by what it is that you say, and you're trying to do as you say, and you're living by principle, and you're striving to be righteous, there's no room for hypocrisy. And one of the earliest things I learned that, I've never seen a religious person that wasn't a hypocrite. In one form, fashion, or another. So this is why having knowledge of self destroys all religion. Because there's no room for no hypocrisy.
Indeed. Something I could add on.
Go ahead. Come on with it.
The steps one takes to actually develop knowledge of self, right, and to make it the way that you approach the world, the way you engage with what you learn, the way you engage with what you experience, right, and the way you also challenge yourself, right. And speaking to that concept of hypocrisy, the things that you were asked to externalize, right, meaning you're told, oh, if you can't explain it, then chalk it up to some, omnipotent, omnipresent power of being or entity, as opposed to saying, I just don't have the answer right now. That's all right. It's okay to be humble. I don't got the answer for that right now,
right?
But I'm working on it, right?
Right.
But the ends and the outcomes are actually something we can get to in our own time, right? That we have the capacity. The world that we live and exist in is created by the collective decisions of the people in it, not by some other entity, not by some other force, not by those spaceship, but by the people,
Right.
right? And so if you have to change, if we assign to the world that we can't change the world unless we wait for something that is not seen, we are basically giving up on our own capacity to improve our existence and our own capacity to find brotherhood or sisterhood or family, community and connection. And so for me, it's very much about that you once you take the commitment and you start doing the work, you understand that there is a process to things that is actually achievable, right? It's not out in, we got to go, wait for it to come and show up later. Like, nah, like, if you don't have it all now, talk about what you don't have and figure out the roadmap to get to what you need.
The whole way, I'm listening to it, and I'm just everything he's saying. It's just like it's taking me back to the whole idea of there's no mystery God.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Like in a nutshell, it all take you right back to the idea that there is no mystery God, and that's another way in which religion is destroyed when you remove the idea of a mystery God from an individual's mind, which is one of the primary things that, as a 5%er, from my understanding and the way that I got it, that's one of the very first things that was done, that was emphasized. The reality of the fact that the black man is God, there is no mystery God. It wasn't even about the white man being the devil or nothing else. It was like, the black man is God. That was primary. And there ain't no mystery God. His proper name is Allah.
Right.
So that right there removed the idea of a mystery God.
Yeah, and what I was gonna say, God, I think the piece is even to the point that you were saying that we talk about how a person's inability to accept that all the things around them is being controlled by men and being controlled by a man. I think what the big thing that inhibits them is the continual everyday indoctrination of the religion. You know what I mean? Like, we know that they continue in daily to teach. They continue daily to teach these people that all that they see and hear is caused by a mystery God they can't see until they die. So it's like what of course what we know is this is, I think, part of the reason why we tend to place our focus in teaching the young and teaching younger people and younger individuals, because man, after so much indoctrination and so much life living and bearing witness to one mindset, it's like, man, you gone. It's like it really almost ain't too much coming back from you, because you got to get a person to get out of this frame of context to be able to see something else, and I think that could be hard for 85% of the people that's stuck in that same type of mindset.
Indeed. Well, the longer you move in a way, I used to think about it as folks sometimes. You ever met someone maybe was in a particular religion for a long time, and then later in their life they have sort of a break where they step away from. They're like, well, that's what I got. That's my heart, or whatever word they may use. But they've come to actually practice the things that they have learned through experience that make their life that work best. But they may have reservations for a number of reasons why they may not step away from that belief system in totality. And part of it is, as humans, as people, we operate often with narrative, right? Narrative is very powerful, right? You have a story that explains the gaps, that makes you, feel comfortable when you're not comfortable, makes you happy when you're sad. Yeah. Then to say I'm going to let go of that is a often for a lot of times, folks, is a mental risk, an emotional risk, a health risk. They're like, if I let go of that, what if I have a question I can't explain to myself? Right. Not even to other people, to myself. Right. And what we teach and what practicing mathematics, learning supreme alphabet, learning how to make mathematics walk and talk, is you understand that those things always are in you, right? It may be challenging in the moment, and the circumstances you may face may not be ones that you were prepared for, but you have the blueprint, right? You have the structure, right? And so therefore, if you step on that, take it from knowledge to born, you will make sense of it. You will you will get the outcomes that you need. You'll get that equality, but it is very difficult the further someone is, sort of been invested into those other structures, and it's it's like a TV show where they do the what's the one on the History Channel where they keep trying to act like aliens built the pyramids. They'll do the little teaser before they go to commercial, like, but how could you move those rocks? And then they cut away. So by the time they come back, you forget what they were talking about in the first place, and you back in 6, right? Instead of moving up, and actually analyzing that situation. So, that's part of, for me, that's how I see it.
Word. And God, I think it's something, and I think the more, and what I'm seeing is, and I heard this, I've been hearing this discussion a lot, even in different communities and even on social media, why we see more and more young people and more people of somewhat what they call the younger generation stepping further and further away from religion. And I think in a lot of ways you're seeing people stepping away from just taking things on face value. You know what I mean? I think one of the byproducts of people having access to the internet and having access to so much information at their fingertips, you're starting to see people to be able to get short answers to things faster, to where the things that once people had to go and search for is now more easily accessible, even though it's other consequences to it, where you got people who think they know everything and people who think they got it but don't really got it. But I think with us having so much access to information, you seeing more and more people step to different forms of knowledge and different realms and different avenues of knowledge. I seen somebody in the comments talking about it, the so-called woke mentality, which is can give an insight, but it ain't really all that we need. I think it's more of a key to knowledge and not the whole piece.
Yeah. Well, it's that I like to think about it like, and it's a joke that I bring up with actually. Shout out to Knowledge Divine. We talk about regularly. You go to a community meeting, and maybe it's about some other subject, and somewhere in the meeting is always somebody come up like, "Y'all know about Tulsa?" And it's like, "Yeah, I know about Tulsa, brother. Like, I've been studying this for a long time. I study Black people and Black history and the Black experience thoroughly." But when that initial moment when someone is dissatisfied with the world that they exist in that first time, all of this is new to them, right? They run off they run away from what was harmful, right? And run towards what they hope will be something else, but they actually aren't taking those steps with any measurement, with any analysis, right? And the kids always tell the truth of how they feel. They step away from some of them institutions because they're like, yeah, sometimes they have good after school things, or we play basketball there, but I don't trust them people. Right? Like, them the same people I seen, here in the same place I'm suffering with us. For a long time, and it ain't nothing changed. So maybe I ain't really all into what they talking about over there, or at least I have very, very serious questions. And the practice, in terms as I see it when it comes to knowledge of self, our job is to be prepared, to be present. And as I say, righteousness is for everybody. Everybody ain't for righteousness. And the the work is hard to do this.
I like that one. That was a good one. I see. Anything you want to add on to that, guy, before I jump into the music for the night?
Oh no, I think y'all already just went through it.
Word.
Went through it nice. I want to hear the music.
Guys, any of y'all want to throw an add on in there on that?
What y'all talking about?
Just at the question, why and how knowledge of self is the end of religion.
Well, because it's the end of belief, superstition, assumption, rituals. You know what I mean? That's what religion breeds. A superstitious mindset. Give you some belief, mythology. Something to believe in, something to worship. Once you come into the realm of knowledge, it ends all that.
Word. Thank you, God. I don't know if y'all caught that, man. We got the great Dr. Bahu, man, right back in the stage, man. He threw a quick jewel out there for y'all. just on that subject. So we gonna hop back into it, man. We're real quick, man. We got a couple musical tracks that we want to debut. We got some young guys that sent us their tracks. For anybody, if this not your first time tuning in here with us on the 5% Connection, man, you know that not only are we here to work to be an insight and to be a plug and be a connection for people that's out there interested in the knowledge, we also want to introduce you to many different aspects of our culture. So guys in different professions, different walks of life, as well as guys and individuals and earths who are also making music and doing things to give to the world in a musical fashion. Many individuals down in the line in the history of our culture, man, have been making great music, and we still got some young guys doing their thing. So I want to show the guys some love and get they tracks up here real quick for y'all. I got 2 tracks. One from the God, my man Supreme King, and then we got a track from the God. We got a track from God Real. I got God Real new track too that we gonna show some love to. So without further ado, man, if you tuning in with us on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, man, let us know what y'all think about the track, man. The guys is watching. Let the guys know what y'all think. If it's hot, drop some flames. If it's fire, if it's not, let us know. Let the guys know. Let them know what they need to do to work on, man, to get better, man. And we're gonna play the guys and show them some love and show them our support, man. So first up, we got the track from my man, like I said, the guy Supreme King, man. My man Escrow 7. The guy's track Light It. Check out the guy's video, man. All right, it's this official video. God got a pretty nice one, man. I did the knowledge to it earlier, and it's a banger. So y'all let the God know what y'all think. Peace.
Peace.
We fight to achieve round here. Yeah, hey, yeah, let's go, man. Yeah. I'm cracking shit, Da Vinci Code, the way I write it, ayy. They tracking shit, sissy, so no way to hide them, ayy. Niggas thoughts that see a style, they try to bite it, ayy. Like this and that, I'm rolling a pound, I got a lot of ayy. I'm cracking shit, Da Vinci Code, the way I write it, ayy. They tracking shit, sissy, so no way to hide them, ayy. Niggas thoughts that see a style, they try to bite it, ayy. Like this and that, I'm rolling a pound, I got a lot of hate. Still on my right side while I'm out here in the field. Try to keep it chill, niggas still getting killed. God hit my line like peace, what's the deal? I'm like Link with the squad, round 8, let's build. Coolin' with my set, and we smoking on some hazardous effect. The 85 reset the mind like Lazarus. BLN, Army, and you know you see the flag with us. One nation, under piece of butter, suckers mad at us. Pulled up, all black Jeep with the logo. Lil' mama, yeah, she work for me, doing promo. Me and Ricky still got these bitches getting low ho. Cash out, I just got my bag and cop the Golo. Enter the dragon, I feel like Bruce. The colors of my banner match up with my suit. I'm a real love and you know I'm in pursuit. Back on your ass for that pack in your loot, right? Like give me the loot. I'm cracking shit, Da Vinci Code, the way I write it, ayy. They tracking shit, sissy, so no way to hide them, ayy. Niggas thoughts that see a style, they try to bite it, ayy. Like this and that, I'm rolling a pound, I got a lot of ayy. I'm cracking shit, Da Vinci Code, the way I write it, ayy. They tracking shit, sissy, so no way to hide them, ayy. Niggas thoughts that see a style, they try to bite it, ayy. Like this and that, I'm rolling a pound, I got a lot of ayy.
Everything that you see walk on this fucking planet Earth is in the DNA. It's God. And we manifest these things to happen. Nothing can happen without us. I keep telling y'all that. Y'all keep being tricked for what? You being fooled for what? We wasn't no slaves. There came no slave ships. There were no slave ships. That shit was prison ships. We are prisoners at war here in America. Don't keep playing with me. We are prisoners at war. All right? We never was no slave.
Peace. Okay, Escrow. Let's see you, God. Y'all let it.
Thumbs down, God.
Oh shit.
About that shit, God.
Yeah. Few the God.
We got
Few
people in the
the.
studio talking about that.
That's girl.
So we going back to the lab, man. Go back to the drawing board. We go from knowledge born back to knowledge. Back to the drawing board. Draw it up. You know. Let's add a little more science and mathematics to it, God. Let's get in the books a little more. You
Word.
know? Let's get out the baby language. Speak the language of the universal architect.
Hey, the guy, I'm gonna call the guy so we can take.
Yeah, God, put me on the phone with him, God.
I'm gonna call the guy. So look, the next one up, man. We got God, our little brother God Real or Remain Real Tommy. I got his new track. Y'all know the vibes. I mean, we gonna show you some love. This was one that was a request. The God was like, "Yo, God, play the God new joint," and I was like, "Man, we know the God. That's my man. I build with the God every now and then." So y'all check him out. Let us know what y'all think in the comments, man. RR Tommy, man, a God Real, man. Y'all let us know what y'all think about the God song. Y'all know the vibes. Peace.
Monte making peace again.
Yeah. What you got on with me? Y'all niggas know the vibe. Yeah, y'all niggas know the vibes. 20,000 in a blicky, I won't go outside. When you fucking with the real, it ain't no switching sides. Yeah, that's what you gotta know, I say that every time. Yeah, I think y'all know the vibes. Ain't you fucking with a boss, so baby, get in line. Everybody match a rollie when I'm with the guys. Ain't no playing with my name, I might not let it slide. I might not let it ride. I'm like, you ready, right? It's time to slide tonight. I'm loading every chopper, I'm counting every dollar. I'm wearing Casablanca, me down, yeah, that's a nada. You broke, yeah, that's your problem. These bitches need to stop it. I sit back by my collar, yeah, they gon' fuck regardless. Why would you try to stop them? Yeah, I be out there grinding. My niggas moving silence, yeah, we ain't have an option. Made my first 100,000, I got the hood behind me. I bust a watch with diamonds, they hate when you be shining. Yeah, dog, you gotta watch. My bitch look like Kalani, Slim Thick ain't got no body. My chopper got a body, I'm like, who really got me? Yeah, y'all niggas know the vibes. 20,000 in a blicky, I won't go outside. When you fucking with the real, it ain't no switching sides. Yeah, that's what you gotta know, I say that every time. Yeah, I think y'all know the vibes. Ain't you fucking with a boss, so baby, get in line. Everybody match a rollie when I'm with the guys. Ain't no playing with my name, I might not let it slide. Ride around with 20,000, I'm the one who really got it. In my way, I go around you, I don't wanna hear nothing about it. Hop out, VV, them diamonds, top down, make me remind them. Pop out, don't feed they ride, side down, nigga, be quiet. Post up, yeah, we be vibing, fuck with them, I ain't decided. I want it, I wouldn't have got it. 100 racks, cannot be honest, 300,000 and counting. I don't need help when I count it. Fuck baby girl on the counter, I do real shit and don't count. Tell me she love me, I doubt it. Cuban is wet like a fountain, Rolex on cars, exotic. I get money and hide it. Two-faced niggas, two-sided. I don't want them around me. I walk around in Prada, little baby calling me Poppy. Nigga.
Yo,
Peace.
I see a bunch of people saying they wasn't really feeling it.
You
know, I had a couple people, I had a couple folks in the comments. But you know, I mean, God, what I would say, if nothing else, we able to hear it and then we can critique it and kind of build on it from there. You know what I'm saying? I think ultimately, shit, these a couple of the young guys coming up in the game almost.
No, let's play my man. Power real fast,
Peace,
and
God.
you'll be able to see something.
No,
You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. You know what I'm saying?
Let me
And
get
maybe
the guys
if
new
they
track.
listening,
Let
they
me
can
get my
them
man.
queued up.
Let me
Get
get
them
my
queued
man.
Get them queued up.
Justice Rajee, you want to add on to that? I know you over here. Anything you want to add on about them songs, Scott?
Get them queued
Well,
up.
you know, the first one that I think Bahu had a correct evaluation of both pieces of material. I see the potential in the growth, and in the second one, you know, I'd like to hear a little bit more about me,
I'm
and then a
telling
little
you,
less
I'm
about
telling you, God.
stacks of money and whatnot. But hey, you know, to each his own.
No, and I agree with you. Even I agree with when IC was going through that, and even IC said that. Well, not IC, but Bahu was kind of saying that just the God hop, man. That they be looking for more, you know, math and just the science and just all that. But you know, okay, true.
This is it now.
Say he kind of sound like if Master P was God. Oh shit, that's what Supreme Science said. I said okay.
But Master P says he's Master P.
He don't say I'm Master P to God.
Yeah,
Now, if Master P said I'm Master P to God, you would expect Master P to say some God body story shit, some 5%, some mathematics, some however you going, wherever you turn to that, you would expect him to start dropping the science. I'm saying. But if you say
Well, you gotta know how to mix it up, guy. Because you know, all the time I don't want to hear science all the time. Sometimes I want to party. Sometimes I do want to go out and do, do my thing. So, but you still got to know how to bring it with some flavor. You know what I'm saying? Be able to show the kids. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got all kind of examples. You know what I'm saying?
All that. When I use them as an example, it can be done.
Yeah,
it can be done.
Shit, Rakim did it with no cursing.
But look what you said. No, it go this way. Go to IC. Is what IC said. I don't want to hear just. It got to be what's name, but they were those dudes was able to make us bop our head, bop our feet, and at the same time think. KRS-One was able to do it. Right. So it can be done. This to the younger generation.
Peace, God.
It can be done.
I can see that. Peace to the God.
You don't have to water the truth down. You don't have to appeal to the 85%ers. Because that ain't what they did. They just kicked their truth all the way live. King Shun them.
I mean, they were surrounded by that good stuff, though. At the end of the day, you know, right now, the hip hop.
That's what you call it. That's what you call ruthless but righteous.
So look. I'm gonna go into the look. Now, God, I'm gonna do what the God said. The God requested, man, that we throw my brother High Power up here. This my man Raz Fresco. This the last track that God's. I got you. It ain't no you good. This one from my man Raz Fresco, man. Color Money.
I like this Gucci. You would think niggas would be proud of me. I drop Versace tape, what else? I hold this shit down 10 plus straight summers. Mafia, where we at? Let's get it. $1,300 for the hoodie, but it's boy man. Louis Vuitton sweats with LV on the drawstring. Fat pockets full of dirty money, but the raw clean. Smoke too much so I can barely make some money off weed. High pitch, I can't he snitch unless he been involved with you. Smoking Tropicana, this shit louder than a dog whistle. Graduated from the underboss to the overlord. Getting fat, all my niggas feasting, it's a smorgasbord. Flew into Vancouver just to escape the beach. Pocket full of color money, smelling like a maple leaf. Better keep his slam in his pocket or pay the fee. Nigga rather stick his hands in the socket before he play with me. Rather jump off a fucking bridge before you play with double. Get him hit after we split your shit, now that's a daily double. Detroit get windy round here, you gotta play the bubble. Have brick a piece of Mork and Mindy trying to make a couple.
Through the powder licks with the heat, you see the mixture for gold. I crystallize coke, vaporizer, oil on the stove. Yo, it's the science, fly low, you know the formula code. We was kids, now we men, but men get kidnapped though. X'd out, tic-tac-toe, you know, when it click-clack blow. You went to war fast, you think slow. The pinky ring glow, quicksand for the whole El Nino blow. Chino, casino flows, greed, yo. My pops warned me, the pop called me, the cops warned me. Game corrupted, my brain came in the polar. Hey, yo, give me the loot. We in the Matrix bullets, what the angels do. It's like the Garden of Eden, bitches is snaky, you. When payment do, niggas appearing like Jason do. My splash break, the forecast on the daily news. I analyze my life in steps, I reached the heaven. Remember them days, it took a couple hours just to measure. Remember that, yo. The fiend Russian told him chill, let me chef it. Never mix the business with the pleasure.
To be the gods. However, if you're not, and you still gonna be in the party mode, you still gonna be flowing. We want to hit lyrics. We want to hit skills. That was still lyrics. That was still skills. No. What I'm saying is like it wasn't about the stacks and the bundles and this, that, and the third. What I'm saying, he still has a melodic way of getting the skills across. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying, God? So that's why I said I can get what you're saying on that tip.
Baby, mix it. If you're gonna go all the way ignorant, then go all the way ignorant. I heard Ghostface some of his most ignorant stuff. He said some righteous stuff on it.
Rajee, what you think about that one, God?
It is.
It's very expressive.
Nah, I'm familiar with that drink.
Oh, you familiar with that one?
Yeah, that was
that's
nice.
Cool. I mean, that's more my bag. That's
album.
definitely with the lyric work. You know what I'm saying?
Lyric work is
I'm here more for that than the like whatever some of that other stuff. But again,
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm also
and it was still nice.
Your old man. I'm looking for something different out of life at the moment.
Peace, God. Peace to the God. No, I can dig that. So yeah, man.
All that.
God, so y'all let us know what y'all think about this, about the tracks in the comments, man. That was a nice one. Y'all know I'm a huge Raz Fresco fan, man. Peace to my man, Our Power, man. That's my brother, man. All of my brothers, man. Supreme King, I like what the God doing. I like what God Real doing. They just gotta keep it coming, man. You know what I mean? They got a sound, they got a market. They just gotta keep each other sharp. We gonna keep them sharp. We're gonna keep adding on and keep working, man. So if anybody just tuned in late to the God and Earth Hour podcast, man, we've been talking about why knowledge itself is the end of all religion. We got my man Justice Rajee in here with us, man. I got a bunch of other guys here in the studio, man, and we all just adding on and just kicking it all the way live. Just talking about, man, how this knowledge itself, and when you gain the understanding of who you are and the truth that's around you, man, we can end the science of a mystery God. We can end the religion. We can keep you from looking up in the sky, worshiping the magical unseen being, man, that's supposed to exist everywhere, and find the knowledge in yourself. Right? That's what we're here to help open you up to, man. If you've been tuning in and you ready to get the knowledge yourself, and you out there, you out in cyberspace, and you wondering where's the gods near me, how can I find y'all? What you can do is you can go right to this link at the top of this video, man, at the 5percentconnection.com. Put in your name, your phone number, your email address, and your city, and we'll get you directly connected with the gods and earths near you, man, so that you can start learning and find this knowledge of who you are and get an understanding of yourself, man. That's what we're here for. This knowledge of self, when you gain the knowledge of who you are, the religion gonna stop immediately. So with that, man, that was my little closing piece, God. I see anything you want to say in closing, man, before we get up out of here?
I just want to say peace to everybody. You know, I'm glad everybody came out, you know, did the knowledge. Hope you was entertained and, you know, got an earful, and that music was banging, you know. Go back and, you know, do the knowledge to that one, you know. That music was nice, you know. Everybody go back and, you know, do the knowledge to that, and, you know, just take it in for the night, you know, what you heard. And if you got some questions before we get out here, you know, so make sure you come out and get some questions. We always like the interaction.
If you got some
questions, we haven't got a chance to get some real good interaction
Please
lately,
drop the questions,
you know?
man, and we'll get them answered for you. God, Justice, got anything you want to add on in closing, man, before I get to going to taking questions?
Well, just one, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it and appreciate your work, you know, building a platform in this time, you know what I mean, for folks to connect with us and connect with our culture. And for anyone anywhere, you know, if you somewhere within range of where I reside in Portland in the Pacific Northwest, I'd be more than happy to answer your questions in person, if that's what you need about this culture. And you know, it's always about the work. You know what I mean?
And also, information
beautiful
out there or something?
to see y'all together. So, you know, that's
peace,
you
God.
You say.
You got some contact information or something, you know, people can get at you, or email or Facebook? Or
just
Instagram?
if you look Justice Rajee on Twitter, Instagram, those will probably be the easiest ones from a public perspective. One if you search Justice Rajee, it'll get to one of. I've done a lot of work to make sure that most of what you'll find on them first two Google pages is stuff that gets back to me.
Right.
So you'll either get, you know, my social media, shoot me a direct message, I will follow up.
No doubt. Peace to the God.
Peace.
Peace, God. Thank you, God. Yeah, no problem, God. And, you know, for me, man, you know, I think doing this work and doing what we doing on this platform, man, what we found and what we know, is there's so many people out there who watch and who tune in and who on YouTube, who on Facebook, who on Instagram, and they want to know more about our culture. They looking at the people, especially the young people. We've been seeing more and more young people, especially on TikTok, man, who are Googling, who are hashtag searching, who are post searching. Hey, I seen the video about the 5%ers, man. Yo, what's this about? I'm ready to learn some more. Can y'all help me know this? You know, religion never made sense to me. So we it's the young people is out there who questioning, who ready to put an end to it. You know what I mean? Even when I first came into knowledge and heard the tape of Allah at Otisville when he said, hey, we got to kill all religion, I understood that because I understood that meant teaching people knowledge of self. That when you teach them and you help a person rise from a mental death, because being in religion is being stuck in the mental graveyard. So we coming from and freeing the mind. We killing the religion, man. So that's definitely what we here to do, man. I will that we was able to add on and get.
I was just thinking that right there. That's why we taught that Jesus is just us.
Right.
You know, we take the mystery out of it. You know, that was one of our righteous brothers who was a prophet. You know. And we know that Jerusalem is where, you know, the Jews rule them.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, we can go on and on with that. You know what I'm saying? Jesus was buried there. You know, that was us. You know, that was the truth.
Buried in the shallow grave.
Exactly.
Say, Truth, you said you wanted to add on. God, come on and slide over, man, so we can get you on camera, man.
You know, it's really, I was just gonna say, the recovery process. You know, when you get knowledge of self, you begin to recover from the things that you found out was wrong with you. You know, getting knowledge of self is like putting a mirror up in your face, and you have to be able to see the things that you feel like are wrong with you and make corrections, positive corrections to those errors. And as you start doing that, you start to kill the religion. The religion starts to die. A lot of the time, it's not an instant kill. You know, religion not gonna die overnight because you didn't learn it overnight. This is something you've been, you know, listening to for quite some time. So, you know, it's gonna take some time to remove it from your mind.
Peace, God. Thank you, my Lord. Man, it's a pleasure to have you adding on. We definitely appreciate you, man. So yeah, listen, man. I don't see no questions in the comments that I missed, man. Peace to everybody on Instagram that's been rocking with us. Listen, man, if you
y'all
want
saw that Fago in the background, you know that's some Detroit shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if y'all want to support and show some love, man, to the platform, you can go to the 5%connection.live, man, if you want to support our content and support what we do. Help us keep this thing going. If you want to check out our merchandise, man, you can go to the knowledgeofselfstore.com, man, and get it in and get some of the merchandise. We got some of the podcast merchandise as well as the 1964 brand. And you know, we here, man. If you're here to get ready to get the knowledge, make sure you go to the 5%connection.com. Make sure you following us on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, man, so that you can catch the lives whenever we go live, man, Friday at 10 p.m. And of course, y'all know we dropping daily content for y'all every day, man. Knowledge, videos, powerful information, man, that you can grab and chew and get hold to, man. So with that, man, we're going to get up out of here. We're going to leave y'all in the same supreme way that we greeted y'all, man. And that's in the universal greeting of peace. Peace, God. Hey. Peace, God. Something you want to say before we get up out of here, God? Or just
thank you again, and again, I was trying to engineer a way back. I might end up out at Powerborn's next Family Day next month. I got to be out there for a conference the week after, so I'm trying to put it all together. But I just want to appreciate you for having me on, and if I'm working my way to D Mecca. My son just moved to Indianapolis. He's been investing in real estate, and he got a crib there, and he fixing it up, and so amongst the various Rajee responsibilities,
we might mess around.
I try to get around.
We might mess around to see you in Powerborn, man. So we'll be in tune, God.
Absolutely.
All right.
So
yeah, man.
Indeed.
So without further ado, man, we about to get up out of here, man. Man, peace to everybody, man. Peace to Allah B, man.
Peace.
Make sure
peace
that y'all
to
go
God.
back and watch this video. We dropped a nice little 2-minute clip. Our little dedication next month. Our little dedication to Allah B, man. Peace to that God, man. Thank him for all this work, man. Forever to live in perfection, man. Allah B, our man, man. Other than that, man, we're gonna get